Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we've got a pair of offenses that understand how to get it done on the ground, as both rank in the top 10 in rush TDs. It's the Chiefs going up against the Broncos. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The catch is made, Benny Fowler. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Now Anderson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They run it again with Anderson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Xavier Rhodes is a cornerback who does not mind being physical. Whether he's covering passes or coming up in the run game, he's going to be there to make an impact.
Let's go. Simeon. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
Now Simeon. It's caught outright by Graham. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
And boy, on the first drive of the game, I kept waiting for the field goal unit to come trotting out, but they stayed put. And this is a real statement here as they get a 1st and goal.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
On second down, here's Smith. And there's a flag on the play. And that is incomplete. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw on second down is Smith. Flush to his right. Shrugs it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Third and long, it's Smith. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And again this time to the tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10. Now look at 56. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Fowler's got it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And now here comes Kansas City. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Marlon Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He rifles one that's intercepted. And some space here. Picked up, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
from the gun on third down. Smith. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. In the backfield is Anderson. He's going to get the football. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Simeon. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Fighting through. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to Denver right after this. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up only to about Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now Smith. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Smith. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, it's Smith. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first and 10, Smith. Caught left side, Williams. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. Good enough for a Kansas City first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Strong left.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Third and long, it's Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Carry now for Anderson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Simeon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. No gain on the play there, second down. To throw on second down is Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And able to find Conley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Smith on 1st down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Looking deep downfield. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw, Smith. And Conley's got it over the middle. Give him 7 on the play. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well.
Else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out here in the eye. They give it to Anderson. Stays on his feet. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3. Those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now receiver in motion left. 2nd and goal to go now. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The man they call pot roast, Terrence Knighton. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Third and long, it's Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
again. Anderson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
On 1st and 10, Smith finding time. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 10 here. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. 2nd and 10, Smith again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And, you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons. But if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.
So for Denver, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.